Om.
Recording in progress.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Purnima, also known as Vyasa Purnima. We celebrate Veda Vyasa, and down the line all the rishis up till date. The Guru Parampara starts from, you can come from the top to the bottom, or you can go from bottom to the top. And it is easy to go from bottom to the top because you can see the Pratyaksha Guru and then you can work backwards. The Pratyaksha Guru is the one who helps you directly. The one who is in front of you, the one who helps you directly is the Pratyaksha Guru. The person, the Guru himself got the status of the Guru because of his Guru. How did this Guru got the status of the Guru? From his Guru. And that Guru continues, it goes backwards and backwards and backwards like that. If you keep going backwards and backwards and backwards, where will you hit the ultimate Guru? Where will you hit the first Guru? The first Guru, the Adi Guru, the Brahman himself becomes the first Guru. So, Brahman, the God itself becomes the first Guru. Therefore, the Guru Parampara Shloka says, Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Pariyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So, the worship is to the Guru and to the entire Parampara. This is the Guru Purnima. We don't worship one person, we worship the entire Parampara, the lineage. Why we chose Vyasa is because even before Vyasa there were great sages. Vishwamitra, Vasishta, Bhrigu, Atri. There are so many sages even before Vyasa came into the picture. But still Vyasa we worship. We worship Vyasa because relatively we got lot of benefit from Vyasa. How we got lot of benefit from Vyasa? Before Vyasa, everybody knew Vedas. There was no need to divide Veda into Rig, Yajur, Sama, Atharva. Vedas didn't have the necessity to be divided into 4. It was just one book of knowledge. That's all. That is the Vedas. Not Chatur Vedas. Vyasa came and said, he is a visionary. He saw that generation and the future generation Vedas irka poradilla. They are not even going to have any Vedas. Therefore, what he did, he divided it into 4 components and he gave it to various disciples. So, the first help of Vyasa is to divide Vedas into 4 and then divide it into amongst his disciples, and then he said, you keep this portion. The responsibility of that parampara is to keep that portion. So there was a system of people was created, a group of people was created, and that group of people was given the task of keeping the Vedas alive and transferring to the next generation. That is one method that Vyasa, one of the very beautiful methods that Vyasa came up with. Also, he came up with another extraordinary work. The extraordinary work of Vyasa is Brahma Sutra. The logical textbook of Vedanta is Brahma Sutra. Sutra means formulas. Formulas means it should not exceed 3 words. It should not go into sentences. Sutra means formula. Formula cannot be written one whole paragraph. No. Formula means how it should be. It should be very short as possible and as concise as possible. Not only it should be short and concise, it should have the capacity to elaborate. You should be able to concise it, and when you go into it, you should be able to elaborate it. Another great work done by Vyasa is Brahma Sutra. The logical treatise of, after this Brahma Sutra came only, we started having this word called Vedanta. Before that it was only Veda, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. There was no Vedanta as the word. After Brahma Sutra came the word Veda Anta, because he condensed the message of all the Upanishads and gave it into formulas. Then he knew that, okay, Vedas are codified, formulas are given. He has condensed it. Now how to elaborate it now? Same Vyasa elaborated it. Not only he condensed it, he elaborated. And how did he elaborate? 18 Puranas he wrote. 18 Puranas he wrote. Of the 18 Puranas, Skanda Purana is the, of all the Puranas, Skanda Purana is the, there are a lot of Puranas. Skanda Purana, Garuda Purana, Padma Purana, Vishnu Purana, 18 Puranas are there. All 18 Puranas are roughly around 400,000 verses. Look at that person. Who can write a formula with 3 words, Brahma Sutra, and he can write 400,000 verses, Puranas. Then he said, idum pattadu. Still more. இவ்வளோ பத்தாதுன்னு அவர் சொல்ல என்ன அர்த்தம்? நம்ம ignorance அவ்வளோ ஜாஸ்தின்னு அர்த்தம். Not that he is showing off. Our ignorance is so deep that he felt how much ever is given, the human being is not going to learn. Therefore, what he did? Mahabharata. Another 96,000 verses. Bhagavatam. People said, enough, retire now. People went and appealed to him, kindly retire. And this is too much for us to handle. Because everything he writes, a parampara has to be created to maintain that. Because there is no cloud, no. There is no cloud. Just create and just put it up. Nobody knows where it is, isn't it? Nobody knows where it is. Nobody will know the meaning of it also. It cannot be done like that. Therefore, he created a group of people, and their job is only that. Beautiful parampara, extraordinary parampara, which is the very unique contribution of the East. This is the parampara, what we call as the Guru Sishya parampara. By and by what happened? The people in the parampara were getting frustrated. Why? Because he codified the disciplines that is required to be in the parampara. Yaar vena irukkalam solla. He codified the disciplines. What are the disciplines that is required to be in that parampara? Too much now. So what actually happened? So there were 5 of them were sitting and talking, were sitting and chanting, keeping the knowledge alive. So one fellow said, okay, நீங்க 4 பேர் chant பண்ணிருங்கோ, நான் போய் டீ வாங்கிட்டு வரேன்னு he went to the tea shop. saw the tea shop, saw the tea guy making money, and he thought it's better to be it's better to sell tea. He sat there selling tea. That fellow didn't come back at all. Now, the 4 remaining were doing his job also. Another fellow said, now too much is happening. Let me go and get something else. He went. He saw the cloth merchant. He thought, oh, adula nalla irukudhu. So he started doing cloth merchant. Abram, another fellow, he got up. He said, wait, neenga rendu per panninirungo. He went. See, every fellow leaving, the fellows remaining were doing the job. You should be ashamed to be like this. You should be extremely ashamed. Everybody was leaving, and the few left behind was doing the job of them also. அப்படி கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வருது. Another fellow, suddenly he saw one fellow getting down from one car. He went and asked, how did you get the car? He said, இங்க இருந்த கார்லாம் கிடைக்காது, அமெரிக்கா போனாதான் கார் கிடைக்கும், he said. Then the whole lot packed and went to America. இப்போ யார் இங்க இருக்கிறாங்க? ஒரு useless fellow sitting. One useless fellow sitting has to do the job of the entire parampara. Yeah. Guru Purnima annikavadu or half an hour we should be ashamed of what we have done to this parampara. All because of what? Or tea fellow profit we saw and we fell for that. Cloth merchant profit we saw and we fell for that. Yeah. Ingayavadu konjam panam paatha, wherever we see some money, we fell for that. We have fallen. இந்த ஜெனரேஷனை பார்த்தா வியாசா cannot help this generation. வியாசாக்கு இது too much. This is, he can't handle this. And then after Vyasa came another great beacon, Shankaracharya. He said, vocabulary தெரியல உங்களுக்குலாம் first. Yeah, vocabulary itself you guys don't know. So vocabulary தெரியலனா what shastras you will understand, what else can you do? Therefore, what Shankara did? Atmabodha, Tattvabodha, Viveka Chudamani, Bhaja Govindam, introductory vocabulary introduce பண்றாரு. அதே இன்னைக்கு பெரிய philosophy மாதிரி கிளாஸ் எடுத்துன்னு இருக்கிறோம். vocabulary introductionக்குலாம் 40 லெக்சர் கொடுத்தா என்ன பண்றது? We do that, no? Ashamed. It's shameful to do all that. But என்ன பண்றது? Raj, we will do that. Then Shankara himself became heavy now. Too much, sir. Too much it is. Because these are the... இவங்களாலெல்லாம் என்ன ஆச்சு? We were backward. All these people collectively contributed to the backwardness of the country, society. Conclusion. The beautiful conclusion of the giant intellects of the foolish grandfather. Whose great-grandfather? Your great-grandfather and my great-grandfather. Yeah. Foolish they are. அது வரைக்கும் they were all right. Yeah. 3 பேர் பார்த்தா ஷூட் பண்ணும் இல்லையா? great-grandfather, grandfather and father. அவங்க தான் contributed. All 3 contributed, convincing the next generation into what? Backwardness is because of these. Therefore, what we should do? Continue. இதெல்லாம் பேசின்னு இருப்பாங்க. These fellows will be talking all these things. Whoever doesn't have anything to do, they'll be talking all these. Sorry. Resaji. We are doing Guru Purnima in India. So time and all we will do according to our time. Yeah, they will tell you 11:15. and they will tell me 11 o'clock and they will garland me at 10:45 and say start. And we have to talk on Guru, Sishya. I don't know what we are doing. Anyway, Srinivasan decided he'll give us very good food today. So, we are here for... He made kitchen and all, Resaji. I said, a car and give, he made one big kitchen now. I don't know what he's going to do with the kitchen after this. Do you all have any catering plans? Maybe he's having some catering business plans. Srinivasan. Weekly class and lunch, Sudhir, he broke the house and made a kitchen. I didn't know what to... I don't know. Now, the 3 generation story I am saying. The 3 generation story. The fellow saw the tea shop, got excited by the tea shop. The fellow saw the cloth merchant, got excited by the cloth merchant. Another fellow saw the car, got excited by the car. Adanal innachu, parampara is lost. What has happened because of that? We are in such a difficult situation where to forget about keeping the knowledge and all alive. Narayana, God only has to keep it alive. It is beyond human capacity now. At least till that time now it is human, because it has gone to that point. And I started by saying story session. Don't get emotional, don't get excited. After the class, don't ask me, sir, what to do now. I don't have any plans. Uma story I am going to tell, that's all. Take it like a story and correct. Be detached. Whether you are practicing detachment in other places, I really don't care. Practice detachment from the classes. And what is taught in the class. Puridappa? If you don't practice detachment to what is said in the class, responsibility is yours. It's your problem. It's not our problem. What happened? The parampara is lost. The few 1 or 2 here and there, with all the fault and limitations, it's still better, because with all the faults and with all the limitations, it is much better to be this. Why? Because it is, if this is also not there, it will be reduced to 0. The entire parampara will be reduced to 0. Seriya? Now, what is the minimum responsibility? What is the minimum responsibility? To keep the parampara alive. At least keep the parampara alive. Very good. If I have to keep the parampara alive, enna pannu? If you have to keep the parampara alive, that is what the discourse for today is. Guru Purnima discourse. This is inna varsham adu? 20? Because every year they make a calendar. Guru Purnima 2017, Guru Purnima 2018, Ipo Guru Purnima 2024. Venue தான் change பண்ணினே இருக்கிறோம். Every Guru Purnima we are changing the venue. Don't worry, இதுக்கு சார் என்ன பார்க்குறேன்னு கேட்காதீங்க. Next year I am not coming to her. Mother got scared now. Next year ஊழ கூட்ட நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு வந்தா I can't handle. I can't handle. The way to keep the parampara alive and to show our responsibility and gratitude to the entire Guru Parampara is to learn a few things. To learn a few things. That is the Guru. That is the Guru Sishya Parampara. That is our gratitude to the Guru. What is it that we have to do? First thing, Availability of gurus versus availability of sishyas. புரியுதா? The availability of the gurus versus sishyas. கண்ணிக்கே தெரியல யாரு. We are not able to find a sishya. And gurus are plenty. So imagine there is one entire marketplace. Imagine one entire MG road. I don't know, Tambuchetti street சொல்லலாம். அப்போ இப்போ என்ன சொல்றது மெட்ராஸில்? பெங்களூர்னா எம்ஜி ரோடு சொல்லலாம். ரங்கநாதன் ஸ்ட்ரீட். ரங்கநாதன் ஸ்ட்ரீட் கரெக்டுமா? ரங்கநாதன். இமேஜின் என்டையர் ரங்கநாதன் ஸ்ட்ரீட். The old Ranganathan Street, not the current Ranganathan, old, 80s and 90s Ranganathan Street. Imagine that Ranganathan Street, full of gurus waiting. ஒரே ஒரு client walking. What will happen? What will happen? They will not understand Ranganathan Street and all. I don't know how to explain Ranganathan Street to these people. Zoom la irukravungalukku I don't know how to explain. That entire street of shopkeepers and only one customer. He looks at the entire street and runs away. Why? Because two? Yeah, பயமா இருக்குது அது பார்த்தாலே, isn't it? Too scary. Too scary. You want to be part of that market kulla varthige? The first thing to keep the parampara alive is to become a sishya. So in Guru Purnima day we resolve to become a sishya. And what is the sishya as we are going to study? What is the sishya? Ganesh, very good story for today. I didn't prepare and come. Path enna solradhunu therilla. And they said start 15 minutes early. They irritated me. I am irritating. Enna irritate பண்ணிட்டாங்க. Since they irritated me, I am irritating you all now. The way to keep the parampara alive is to become the sishya. First, we need to understand the difference between a student and the sishya. There is a very big difference between student and a sishya. Student is a hoarder. Student is one who is hoarding, interested in hoarding, interested in gaining information and keeping that information. So, a student is one who is interested in gaining information. He accumulates knowledge. He goes on accumulating. So much of knowledge that he has acquired, so much of information that he has acquired, ends up becoming a teacher one day. Because so much is acquired, now what to do now? When you go on acquiring, what will you do? One day you end up becoming a teacher. Upanishad says, blind leading the blind. What does it mean to be a disciple? That's the question. யாரும் கேட்கல, நானா சொல்றேன். What does it mean to be a disciple? A student gathers knowledge, becomes more and more knowledgeable, learned, finally becomes a teacher, but all that he knows is borrowed. Nothing is one's own. There is nothing origin. There is nothing. It's all borrowed. It's a carbon copy. Pseudo. He knows about God so much, but got no knowledge of God. He knows about God so much, but no experience, no knowledge of God in the true sense. He knows so much about love. He knows so much about love, but never had the courage to love. Satisfaction is in being a carbon copy. He is simply satisfied by being a carbon copy. Because to know about love and having the courage to love are two different things, isn't it? To know about love, to write about love versus having the courage to love. So much about poetry, but doesn't know the spirit of poetry. In every field it can happen. Knows so much about poetry, but doesn't understand the spirit of poetry. Talks about beauty, but will get so bored in 5 seconds looking at a rose flower. He will write books on beauty, treatises on beauty, but looking at the rose, he gets. How long to keep looking at the same thing? Because a disciple is a totally different phenomenon, not a student. You may come in as a student, but don't remain as a student. You cannot walk in as a Shishya. It's very difficult. Most of the time, you will come in only as a student. To come in as a student is not wrong. To remain as a student and not convert into a Shishya is, you have lost it. What have you lost? You know, a disciple alone can find the master. Rest can be around the master and miss the master completely. Or they may use the master for something very petty. Like Ramana says, you will come to a master and you will not know what to ask, he said. You will come to a master, but you will not know what to ask, or you will go and ask all the things that is irrelevant. The unique contribution of the Vedic tradition is the Guru Shishya Parampara. It's a very unique Eastern contribution. If at all something the East has contributed to the world, it's the Vedas. Not only it's the Vedas, it is the Guru Shishya Parampara. And what is to be a Shishya? Sikshat, one who is ready, one who willingly submits for disciplined. Comes and says, as I am today, I am indisciplined. I have fallen at your feet, discipline me. Adu Shishya. As I am today, I am indisciplined. As I am today, I am a victim. As I am today, I am a victim of whatever be it. Surrender and say, discipline me. And when you are disciplined, it won't be pleasant. When you are disciplined, it won't be pleasant. Most of the time, it will be very, very unpleasant. When the unpleasantness comes, they say, அவருக்கு எனக்கும் செட் ஆகல சார். Frequency didn't Match. With whom your frequency will match? With whom your frequency will match? Your frequency will match the one who puts you off to sleep. Your frequency will never match with the one who wakes you up. Therefore, first thing is what? To be a disciple means to turn into a willingly submitting for correction. Now go back to Ranganathan Street. Millions of people are waiting to correct the others. Ready, they are waiting. Looking for anybody who will come and tell me, correct me. Yaravadu kadchangana, the sign of anybody coming in, Swaha. Swaha means, it's a beautiful Sanskrit word it is. Swaha, gone inside so much. No trace of it is. No trace of that fellow is left behind. A unique thing is to be a Sishya. Courage is required to be a Sishya. You can to be a student is to be egoistic. To be a Sishya is to bow down the ego. Again I repeat. To be a student is to be egoistic. Because a student need not surrender the ego. When you go to the university teacher, you need not surrender your ego. All that you need to do is what? You don't know some information, the person gives you some information, that's it. There is no need to surrender anything there. Same methodology will not work here. That's why to be a Sishya is a very big risk that you take in life. To become a Sishya is to take a very big risk. And to take that risk you need some courage. Then what happens? You meet the Guru, you meet the Master. Guru-Sishya relationship. Guru-Sishya relationship. There is no relationship between Guru and Sishya. Relationship exists between two egos. For relationship to exist, the basic necessity is what? You have to live as an ego. Only when you exist as an ego, you can have a relationship. Are you okay with this? Purida? You can exist in a relationship. For a relationship to exist, what is the primary necessity? Ego. Bad ego na bad relationship. Good ego na good relationship. But nevertheless, for a relationship, what is required? Ego is required. Guru is one who doesn't have an ego. What is the disciple going for? Sishya going for what? Therefore, one egoless entity, another entity trying to get rid of the ego. A very unique bonding that happens between the two. அங்கதான் குரு சிஷ்யா. அது முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் குரு சிஷ்யா எல்லாம் கிடையாது. சும்மா ஏதோ டைம் பாஸ் ஓடின்னு இருக்குது, அவ்வளோதான். Some time pass keeps on happening. Or hoping one day something will happen like that. You follow? Second, expectation is the basis of relationship. Second aspect. Expectation is the very basis of relationship, correct? Expectation is the very basis of relationship. The Guru says, I am not going to fulfill your expectation. I am going to destroy your expectations. Guru will not say, I will fulfill your expectations. If any Guru says, I will fulfill your expectation, odi poidunga. To save yourself, run away. Because relationship is based on expectations. Expectations means something of yours have to be fulfilled. The Guru says, you come here, none of your expectations will be fulfilled. Not only none of your expectations will be fulfilled, I will train you in such a way that you will stop having any expectations at all. Wow, what a wonderful life it is. Yeah. Hopeless life, huh? Yeah, hopeless you become, huh? Not only here, you will start living a life where there will not be any more expectations. Where there is no more expectations, what will be the quality of life? What has to be done today? Nitya naimita karma. What has to be done today? Do. That's it. What Ramatirtha says, no prefixes, no suffixes. When you go with expectations, you will get frustrated. When you go with expectations, you will get frustrated. Satvik, உன்னோட இடத்த எல்லாரும் ஆக்கிபை பண்ணிட்டாங்கல்ல, எத்தனை பேர் வந்து உன்னை பின்னாடி தள்ளிட்டாங்க. This is her place. All of us came and threw her away. Poor thing. நான் தேடி பார்க்குறேன் எங்கே இருக்கிறான்னு. Correct? So, the very expectations destroys the relationship. Why? Because expectations will end up in frustrations. If you come with an expectation, the other has to fulfill your expectation. That's a relationship. Relationship means what? 50% right, 50% wrong. Yeah. Foolish is this relationships. 50% right. What is 50% right? My expectations has to be fulfilled by you. 50% right. What is 50% wrong? You don't expect anything in return from me. You expect anything in return from me, I can't handle that. One-sided. Yeah. That's where you get frustrated. Where you get frustrated, this is where you get frustrated. And when you get frustrated, you will get angry. At whom? Inga yarta? Guru. You get angry at the Guru. Poor Guru, he has not done anything. Yeah, Pava, the most Pavapatta Janma yarna? Gurus only. They do everything, in return they get only brickbats. Garland allan chumma. Yeah, chumma they put that's why immediately take it out also. Yeah. Garlands and all doesn't come. What comes? Only brickbats will come. Why? Because rotten tomatoes will come, rotten eggs will come. It doesn't matter at all because the Guru is not existing as an ego. It just doesn't matter at all because praise doesn't matter. This doesn't matter because as long as the Guru is existing as an ego, all this will be very, very important. As long as it doesn't exist as an ego, it doesn't make any. Therefore, what happens? You come in with an expectation and you get frustrated. All these problems are happening inside you. And who is blamed? Yeah, he doesn't know how to teach properly. Anyway, second thing is what? Sishya means one who is going to drop the ego. Shishya means one who is going to drop the ego. The next facet of being a Shishya. The Guru is not promising anything. The Shishya is not asking for anything. Then only it is Guru-Shishya relationship. Again, the Shishya is not asking for anything. Guru is not promising anything. Our hope kudukka mattaru. He is not promising anything. He is not giving you anything. Two people who don't want anything from each other interact with each other. That is called the Guru Shishya. கொஞ்சம் லூஸ் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். இல்லை, லுக்ஸ் லைக் ஸ்லைட்லி கொஞ்சம் ஆஃப் கேஸ் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். And anything in relation to the East is அப்படிதான். Because everything in relation to the East, the Vedas is so impractical. Looks like will not work at all. A beautiful relationship because there is a longing from both. There is a longing. The Shishya is longing to meet a master. The master is waiting for. The master is also waiting. In the meanwhile, he will entertain lot of students. Nambala on the category. When the master is waiting for the Shishya, he will entertain all of us. Because we all belong to the student category. Ennikku and the Shishya varuvaro, God only. Disciple is not in search of knowledge. Disciple is in search of transformation. Disciple is not searching for knowledge because he has enough knowledge already. He has done with it already. Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmano. Mundakopanishad. He has done all that. He is not seeking for knowledge anymore. He is only seeking. The Shishya is one who is seeking transformation. To be egoless means to be fearless. To be egoless means to be fearless. Egolessness na fearlessness. The Guru is longing to say. What is the Guru longing to say? How wonderful it is to exist as a non-ego. Taste that, no? Taste that existence of being a non-ego is the Guru. The Shishya is one wanting to exist as the non-ego. You follow? The Guru says, enjoy the fragrance, enjoy the beauty of being a non-ego. The Shishya is one who is asking for, I want to be that non-ego. How to do that? He gives methods. And each and every method the Guru gives, the Shishya is so happy. Because each and every method, the ego is getting removed. A student will want the ego to be pampered. The Shishya will want the ego to be demolished. Adalenda you can know. Yeah, the student wants the ego to be pampered. That's why they will look around and ask. I am the best student, you know. Gali, hange gali, isn't it? You know the Last Supper, Jesus Christ? There is a picture of Jesus Christ having the Last Supper. The group of students standing around him, and They are having a conversation. You know what is a conversation? Correcta solunga. Jesus Christ kitta. Who is your best student? Inga irukradhile. Yeah. Our na student wait panni irukren. He is saying I am waiting. Who is the best student? Sutti paatha nobody. Yeah. Who is the best student amongst us? Who is the best? Peter held a gun almost and said, tell everybody that I am your best. I am your best student. Tell everybody that I am your best student. I said, oh, Niya, moon what in a potu, he said, before the cock crows, you will deny me thrice. Oh, you are going to say. You are going to say that I don't even know a person. I don't even know you as a person. Before the cock crows, you deny me thrice. And it happened, no? And it happened. Why? Because he came in as a ego with lot of expectations, frustrations. Get upset. If you continue into the Guru Sishya as a relationship, all this will bound to happen. Therefore, Guru Sishya is not another relationship. Also, Guru is not interested in developing a relationship. Why he is not interested in developing a relationship? Relationship will develop only if you have an expectation. That is a relationship. What relationship you will have with those whom you... Okay. Student thinks he is prostrating to the Guru. Disciple understands he is prostrating to an emptiness. Student thinks, I am prostrating to that Guru. That student thinks I am prostrating to the Guru. The Sishya understands that he is prostrating to an empty chair. But then who is that one sitting on that chair? Then who is that person sitting on that chair? A non-existing existence. As an ego, a non-egoistic existence, which is so unique that lot of preparatory disciplines is involved before you become a Sishya. Lot of preparatory disciplines you have to go through, then only you can become a Sishya. You can't start with a Sishya. You will end up being a Sishya. And to be a Sishya is to trust. To be a Sishya is to trust. Other types of students. The Shastras talks about the types of students. Jignasu, seeking information. Yeah. Avarku innoru peru Vidyarthi. Another name Vidyarthi. Vidyarthi na one who considers Vidya as an artha. Goes on accumulating. Oh, 4 book mudichachu innoru 3 book mudigano. Goes on accumulating more and more. Vidyarthi. Antevasi, who has just entered the Kula. Antevasi na one who is living with the master, one who is staying with the teacher. நீங்க அதெல்லாம் கிடையவே கிடையாது. அதுக்கோசரம் வீட்டுக்கு வரணும், டோன்ட் கம்மா இல்லையா? அங்கே இடம் கிடையாது. எனக்கே இடம் இல்லை அங்கே. ஐ myself is sometimes I am standing outside not knowing where to go. Antevasi. Antevasi means one who lives with the Guru. Don't worry, very difficult to live with the Guru. Thus I am ready to live, but the Guru is not allowing. Sishyava Mariachana, the Guru is waiting for some Sishya. Enga. There's no Sishya at all in the no Sishya at all in the first place. Suma crowd keeps coming. That's all. Crowd keeps coming. And what to do with the crowd? With the crowd you can only entertain. Because the crowd comes seeking entertainment. And whoever can entertain the crowd becomes a good Guru also. Yeah. Who's a good Guru? Who can entertain? Sishya comes from the root Siksha. Siksha means the Adhikari who gets the benefit of one who gets the benefit of the teaching. In order to get the benefit of the teaching, you have to be a qualified Adhikari. You have to be a qualified Adhikari. And to be a qualified Adhikari is to move into a trust. So, for a student, trust is not required. All that you need to figure out is what? Does he know the subject? That's all. Who, how he is, what he is, who? But to be a Sishya is to move into the trust. Trust means vulnerability. Trust means vulnerable. Are you able to follow? Trust nale vulnerable. You need to have lot of courage to expose yourself to vulnerability. Ego, which is self-protective, always says. The ego, which is self-protecting or self-caring, always will tell you each and every step has to be taken carefully. Jagrada eduthu veganum, isn't it? Each and every step has to be moved carefully. Appada you will grow. The Sishya says, no, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work like that. Trust and love are two sides to the same coin. Trust and love are two sides to the same coin. Trust means under whatsoever circumstances there is no reason to doubt. That is trust. Under whatsoever circumstances there is no need to doubt at all. As the Sishya. Are you able to follow? Opposite of that is what? Opposite of that is a doubt. A student can afford to have a doubt. A Sishya says, many times I have doubted like this. Romba jagrade, I have lived life. I have lived life being very careful. I have lived life planned for everything. In fact, I have planned for my Swarga Loka also. Avula Punya Karma I did, and I am secured my Swarga also. But all that has not taken me anywhere. Therefore, the person now says, now I am moving into that. Now I am moving into that zone. What is that zone? The zone of trust. We call it as Shraddha. We call it as Shraddha. We move into the zone of trust. That is why so difficult to use any word. There, the Sishya is in tremendous love with the Guru. We don't call it love. We use the word devotion because love, it looks very sensual. It has a since it has a very different meaning, we try to use the word devotion. It doesn't matter any word you use. One thing is sure. One thing is clear. What? The trust. You follow? How does the trust come? Trust come because the student has developed a understanding. What is that understanding the student has developed? You have lived through your ego. And what is the result of that? Misery. Again, you have lived your life as an ego. And what is the result of that life? Nothing but misery. one day the realization comes, what? I have wasted my time listening to my own ego. I have wasted my time listening to my own ego. Nothing has happened because of listening to my ego. The ego drives you into a path where misery is going to be the result. How much ever the path looks beautiful, etc., the end result is going to be misery. But you fall for what? You fall for what? You fall for the superficial, instant kicks, joys that you get. Are you okay till now? When can you drop your ego? You can drop your ego when somebody catches you so deeply. Somebody has made such an impact that you are ready to say, விட்டுறலாம் சார், ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். இல்லையா, ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். Your ego can drop only when the impact is so high. You follow? The sacrifice of the human being is to sacrifice the ego. What can a human being sacrifice? Wealth, name, fame, power, position. Janaka, Ashtavakra has taught us through Janaka. What? All this is not yours in the first place for you to sacrifice. இல்லாததை சாக்ரிஃபைஸ் பண்றீங்க இல்லையா? தட் விச் இஸ் நாட் யுவர்ஸ் யூ ஆர் சாக்ரிஃபைசிங். டீச்சர்ஸ் காலனி, சத்யா நிலையம், ஐ ஹாவ் சாக்ரிஃபைஸ்ட். நான் சொன்ன ஏதாவது மீனிங் இருக்காதுல்ல ஸ்ரீனிவாசன்? இஃப் ஐ சே தட் டஸ் எனி மீனிங்? He is wondering what is Satya Nilaya Teachers Colony. You know that, no? You know that, no? இந்த வீடு தான் பாது. This house it is. Supposing if I say I am sacrificing that, does it has any meaning? Everybody will laugh at me because when was it yours for you to even sacrifice it? Yeah. That's what Janaka taught. Ashtavakra taught Janaka. Remember all these stories? So many times we keep repeating these stories only to... No, yeah. In order to sacrifice your ego, there has to be some deep impact. There has to be something that is so impactful. When does that impact come? Not because of the presence of the other, because of your inner preparation. Remember that. Never say it is because of the presence of the master. Never say because of the presence of the guru it happens. No. Only when you are prepared it can happen. If you are not prepared, if you are not prepared, nothing will happen. You will shake hands with Buddha. We'll ask him, can we have a business partnership relationship you can have with Buddha. But transformation will not happen. Surrendering to the Guru is surrendering to God. Both are one and the same because both are unknown. Surrendering to the Guru is surrendering to God. And why it is the same? Because both are unknown. The Guru is also unknown. The Guru is also unknown. The Master is also unknown. In that sense, when you are surrendering to the Guru, what are you surrendering to? You are surrendering to God directly. You are directly surrendering to God. What is the method of surrendering? What is the method of surrendering? The method of surrendering is called Shravana, right listening. We say surrender. Then the next question is, அதுக்கு ஒரு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு மெத்தட் கேட்கணும், isn't it? How இல்லையா? Love, how to love சொல்லியா கொடுக்க முடியும் இல்லையா? How to love, no? You smile like this, you smile like that, அது love இல்லையா? You can teach, but that will be acting. It will not be love. And we are so used to asking how for everything இல்லையா? How to love னு கேட்டா விட்டுருப்பான்னு சொல்லணும், isn't it? If somebody comes and asks how to love, what will you say? It's okay, leave it. ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படாதீங்க. You will say leave it, because you cannot. So even when we say become a disciple, next question we will ask is how. Controlling the blood pressure is Srinivasan. 4 AC வச்சா கூட blood pressure, you are still sweating only. Because how தண்ணி வர குடிக்கணும்னா now how to surrender, how to trust, method, it's called Shravana, right listening. What is right listening? Superficial level, there is a master that is speaking, and then there is a disciple that is listening. In between these two, something the master is not speaking, and that something the student is listening. Adu Sishya. So words are keta student. Carefully follow. There is a conversation going on. There is a conversation between student and the master and the student. Student will grab the word. Student's attention will be on the words. Meaning of the words, grammar. She is an English. I am scared of Ranjini. If Ranjini is scared of somebody, now what will I do? She is scared of grammar. எல்லாம் தப்பு பேசுறது, isn't it? Words, through the student listens to the words and gets carried away by the words. The Shishya catches that which is unsaid. The Shishya catches that which is unsaid. Some intimacy, something so beautiful it is. So beautiful, so wonderful it is. The moment you start listening that, you have become a Shishya. Adu varaikkum you have to listen only to the words. So in the classroom la, what you should listen to? Wordless la solla kudadinga yarum. Don't try all that here. Simply listen to the prasad. Words simply listen to the words only. Listen to the words. Try to understand all that first before trying. Now from today onwards I will listen to the unsaid, untold. You will fall off to sleep, that's all. You will only fall off to sleep. Therefore, listen to the words. But have the ideal good. Have the ideal good. What is the ideal good? To become a Shishya. Guru Purnima anniki, we don't praise the Guru. We resolve to become a Shishya. Adikam Guru Purnima. We are singing the glories of the Guru. Anga aale illa, isn't it? There is nobody there sitting for us to praise. Illa the chair pathi we are praising. So, so in Guru Purnima, we don't praise the glory of the Guru. Height of ignorance adha. I am singing the glories of Guru. Adala my Guru. Yeah. Mindness thanga mukkum perusa nikkum. Yeah. My Guru na Guru becomes secondary. What becomes primary? Mind. Yeah. Mind na boundary. Yarum kitta varakoodadhu. Kitta vanda bark. Any sign anybody coming this side is enough. Yeah. Idu madri, isn't it? Those street dogs madri adu. Isn't it? And the boundary kulla varadu varaikum they are all okay. The boundary தாண்டி ஆச்சுன்னா, oh God, the amount of noise they make. What a devotion, sir. அதுக்கு பேர் that is called, இல்லை அதுக்கு பேர் barking, அதுக்கு பேர். Yeah, that's called my Guru. Words you can disagree. You can always disagree with the word that is being used. Remember that. You can always disagree with the word, because you may have a different word, you can come up with a better word. So disagreement always happens with the word. Disagree with the word, doesn't matter. But don't disagree with the master. Yeah, disagree with the word, because words you agree or you disagree. Yeah, because words always has this difficulty. You'll always have this difficulty with the words. You can disagree with everything he says, as in the words, but don't disagree. ஒரு இடத்துல டிஸ்அக்ரிமெண்ட் வரவே கூடாது. எந்த இடத்துல ஸ்ரத்தா. If you have not developed Shraddha, your primary responsibility is to develop Shraddha. Shraddha develop பண்ணாம wrong areasல you will go and place your Shraddha, gets burnt and come back and complain. It doesn't work. Yeah. And in the wrong place you go and place your Shraddha because you are just entertained. You are just entertained. Wherever you get entertained, you will place your Shraddha there. And how long to keep entertaining you? Bore adichirum. So they will entertain somebody else after a while. At that time you get very annoyed. You feel cheated. You feel betrayed. Sishya. Nata solranga. It has been brought down to a very ordinary, mundane relationship. Guru Purnima is the day where you remember it's not a relationship. It's not a relationship in any way that we understand relationships. Second, in how of surrender. Technique illan solittu technique kudukurom. Yeah. Second, trust is Shraddha, or trust or surrender is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that your trust, your Shraddha will be rewarded. Then only Shraddha comes. Shraddha means the unknown. What is unknown? The process is unknown, the result is also unknown. Then only it is called Shraddha. Suppose you say, oh, inga pona kandipa nadakum, adanala poranna, it is not Shraddha. Shraddha means it is Unknown. What is unknown? The result is the consequence of your surrender. The result of your surrender is unknown. Before placing your Shraddha, before placing your trust, qualified to place your trust. Become a qualified, gather that qualification first, and then you can place your Shraddha. If you have not developed your qualification and then place Shraddha, it is like any mundane relationship. In any mundane relationship, what is the ultimate result of mundane relationship? Disappointment, sorrow, disappointment. Because somewhere down the line you will get frustrated, you will get cheated. Not that the other is intending to cheat you, not that the other is wanting to. The ultimate result of all mundane relationship is disappointment. That's why even on death, when the near and dear has passed away, they will say, how can you leave me and go? Isn't it? Anga kuda, wherever you have gone, I will pray for you, we will not say. What will we say? What will we cry? How will they cry? How can you leave me like this and go? Others also will come and say, na uttu poitar ibdi. Yeah, others will come and say, uttu poitar. You will also cry, uttu poitar. What is this drama going on? This will be the result of all mundane relationships. Illa sir, abdilla unna agave illiye. Kala kridati gachat yayuhu. Yama is waiting. Avaru vandu thukin poduvar oru naliki. Illaya? He comes. See, I am so conditioned by this place. Yeah, so much I talk in the local language here. In no other place I talk. Correct, la? Satvik. I am thinking why I am talking so much of the local language. In the place in conditioning abdi. Srikanth. This place is conditioning. Doubt is the method to seek knowledge. Trust is the method for transformation. Now, if you want to seek knowledge, doubt. You seek transformation, trust. It's as simple as that. If you want knowledge, doubt. Then I will ask questions. No, what kind of a teaching is it? You follow? If you want transformation, trust. If you want knowledge, data, information, doubt. Because more you can doubt, more information you can gather. That's why the worldly method of gaining knowledge is to question, doubt, question. Vedanta also we say question, because you go on questioning. A time will come where you will be absolutely tired of questioning, because how much ever questions you have asked and whatever answer is given, you are exactly the same. எவ்வளோ கேள்வி கேட்டாலும், எவ்வளோ நோட்ஸ் செய்து வச்சாலும் இல்லையா, நோட்ஸ் ஸ்பாட்டில் ஏறினே இருக்குது. isn't it? நோட்ஸ் போயின்னு இருக்குது, recordings போயின்னு இருக்குது. I never see all these things. I never see whole day from morning till night I'm listening to my voice. You know that, no? See, at least you all listen only for 1 hour in a day. I am listening to my voice 24/7. Almost I have fallen in love with my voice now. வேற யார் பேசினாலும் பிடிக்கிறதே இல்லை. So the videos, videos பார்த்தீங்களா? I said, videos இருக்கா? Okay. 3 days back, somebody asked something, I opened. I didn't realize 800 videos இல்லை அதில். 800 videos more Gosh, Narayana. இங்கே இந்த அவ்வளோ வந்ததுன்னு இந்த மீனிங்லெஸ் இட் இஸ் டு ஹேவ் ஸோ மச் ஃபார் வாட். போயினே இருக்கும், இன்னும் வரும். இன்னொரு சப்போஸிங் இஃப் இட் ஆஃப் ஃபார் another 30 years, what will happen? 50,000 videos will be there. ஒன்றும் இருக்காது. Everything is why? Because the doubts goes on. You go on receiving knowledge. You go on receiving information. Doubt, the transformation doesn't happen. So a time will come where you have understood what? எல்லாம் வேணும், எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன்லாம் வேணும், எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன்லாம் வேணும். டெல் மீ வாட் டு டூ, டெல் மீ வாட் டு டூ. ஜம்ப், அவன் போய் குதிச்சிருவான். டெல் மீ வாட் டு டூ, ஜம்ப். இல்லை கீழே உண்டா ஏதாவது அடிப்பட்டா கோ பேக். பேச முடியாது, இல்லை பேச முடியாது. பட் சார் அந்த மாதிரி பிளைண்ட் ட்ரஸ்ட் எல்லாம் வி ஷுட் நாட் ஹேவ். நோ பிளைண்ட் ஃபெய்த் அண்ட் ஆல் வி ஷுட் நாட் ஹேவ். நோ ஃபெய்த்துனாலே பிளைண்டு தான். அதில் என்ன ரீசன்டு ஃபெய்த் எல்லாம் இல்லையா? த மொமெண்ட் ரீசனிங் கம்ஸ், ஃபெய்த் இஸ் கான். த மொமெண்ட் ஃபெய்த் கம்ஸ், see, faith or shraddha is the pinnacle of reasoning. You have reasoned out so much that you are able to afford to have the trust. You have thought about it so much, you have questioned so much that you can afford to have that shraddha. And shraddha இருக்குது. Tell me, எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன்லாம் வேணாம் சார். Tell me what to do. Jump. Jump. Even today, Lord Rama is massacred for that, no? Innigu Rama is massacred for that, isn't it? For asking Sita to get into fire. Yeah. She never had a problem. அவங்களுக்கே ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லைன்னா why should we bother? இல்லையா? Or if Sita had come and told you, be my advocate, நாலாவது பரவாயில்ல இல்லையா? She never had a problem. Why? Why? That love. That's love. That's love. That loved one has asked me to do it, no harm will happen to me. That protected her. நமக்கெல்லாம் அது வரவே வராது. Because we work through mundane things. We work through a different logic. You follow? See, she never had any doubt at all. Why? Because Sita never had any problem. I used to think Sita மாதிரி இருக்கணும். யாரா உள்ள போனா what you should do? Just இல்லை சார், ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை பண்ணுறதுக்கு கையை மட்டும் வச்சு பார்த்தேன் இல்லையா? ஜஸ்ட் டு எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் வெதர் இட் வில் ஒர்க். ஐ ஜஸ்ட் கெப்ட் மை ஃபிங்கர்ஸ். ஐ காட் பர்ன்ட் அண்ட் ஐ வித்ட்ரூ. There is an element of vulnerability. There is an element of foolishness. There is an element of dumbness in the eyes of others, not in the eyes of the Shishya. In the eyes of others, it will look so dumb. In the eyes of others, it will look so vulnerable. In the eyes of others, it will look so foolish. In the eyes of others, it will look as though they are mesmerized, hypnotized. In the eyes of the Shishya, it's not. Why? Because the Shishya has understood one thing, what none of us have understood. What? He has understood one thing. What? That single understanding that made that person into a Shishya? Not to exist as an ego. To exist as an ego is misery. They understood that. You follow? Because of that understanding, Shraddha comes. And what is Shraddha? Jump na? Simply jump. Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlada, what is it? Nothing is happening to you. Who is saving you? Who is protecting you? He said, I don't know. Wow. Adu bhakti. Yeah, that is called, that's the bhakti. What? The Vaishnava Sampradaya calls it as Sharanagati. Oh God, what a beautiful quality it is. You just go on, surrender. Jaggardiya irukanilla sir. Otherwise I can get exploited, no? I can get cheated, no? I cannot exploited, no? Oh, idella language of the ego. Exploitation, vulnerable, getting cheated, I should be careful. These are all language of the ego, and you have been using this language for many a times you have used this language and nothing has happened because of using this language. Therefore, what the Shishya does, Oru Janma, let me experiment and see what's happening. So, the Shishya readies, try panda. So, in this Janma, I will try. What? Let me place the trust. See, trust immediately you ask on whom, no? Udane yaar mela sir trust vekano. Have trust. Have this quality of trust. Have this quality of trust. Yaar mela trust. அப்புறம் அவருடைய நதி மூலம் ரிஷி மூலம் பார்க்கணும். And if you see the நதி மூலம் ரிஷி மூலம் ஜாதகம்லாம், if you see that person is not qualified for your, because that person looks untrustworthy, அப்படின்னா I will wait till the trustworthy person comes. Shishya is one who has developed this quality of trust. The moment he has developed that quality of trust, the Guru gets revealed. He comes in front. எப்படி வருவாரோ தெரியாது. ஆனா how he comes God only knows. But the Guru comes. அந்த குரு கிட்ட போய் ஒரே கேள்விதான். லெக்சர்ஸ்லாம் கொடுக்காதீங்க. 700 வீடியோஸ், 7000 வீடியோஸ், அதுக்கு ஒரு சேனல், அதுக்கு ஒரு அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டரா, அது ஒரு சேனல், அதுக்கு ஒரு அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டர். ஏதாவது மீனிங் இருக்கா? All that you have to come and do is what? Tell me what to do. ஒன்னே ஒன்று தான் சொல்லுவார். Die. They will come and ask. The Shishya will come and ask the Guru what to do. What will the Guru say? Die. Melen Gudipa. Die. Die as an ego. Don't come and ask this question. Don't exist as an ego. What a freedom is to hear that answer from the, what a freedom it is to hear the answer from the Guru. So what does the Guru say? What to do? Prabhu, what to do? Simply die. How to die? வேலைக்கு போயினே இருங்கோ. Yeah, because boss will kill you, torture you. Yeshu, how to die? Guru to ukar kudadu. How to die? Go to work. Karyam karma karoti yaha. Go back and do. Die doing action. Die doing nitya naimittika karma. Die doing action. Die doing nitya naimittika karma. That's what he says. Die means he is not asking us to commit suicide. அதனால ஒரு பிரயோஜனமும் கிடையாது. Because you are going to come back again. எங்க போகிறோம் இல்லையா? சத்வம் அப்படியே மோட்சம் ஒன்று கிடையாது. Again we are going to புனரப்பி ஜனனம் புனரப்பி மரணம். Therefore he is not asking you to go to one more. இதில் என்ன இருக்குது? Waste of time. So he says die. Die means die doing your nitya naimittika karma. Die doing action. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jadu dushtatya akarma krit. Die doing actions. சும்மா உட்காந்தா நல்லா இருக்குது சார் இல்லையா? சும்மா உட்காந்தா நல்லா இருக்குது. அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு நாளாவது, அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒன் டே. அப்புறம் not even a single moment. We have to ask for one day now. So that's the answer. What to do? get back to work. You thought he will say, come and sit next to me. Yeah, what to do now? You thought he will say, come and sit next to me. நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து உட்காந்து சினிமா பார்க்கலாம். What will the Guru do with you? Yeah, he will never say, come and sit. He will never say, come and sit next to me. What will, yeah. He himself doesn't have any work. Yeah. The Guru himself is the one who doesn't have any work. So what work? So what will the Guru say? Die. And how to die? Die doing Nitya Naimittika. That is Sishya. That Siksha has come. The command has come. What is the command? What is the command that has come? Do your duties. Do your Nitya Naimittika karma. I will die doing that, but I will not stop it. Because I am told. But ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கே. ராஜ் டைரக்டர் I don't know யாரெல்லாம் இருக்கிறாங்களோ தெரியல. Every year he will come and ask, what to do, sir? Religiously. Where is it? Rekha, I am looking for you. Correct, no? And unnecessarily he will bring her also. Poor Rekha, why is she coming? I don't know. Yeah, because she is not having any problem. Yeah. She will also come. And not knowing what we are. Level Sakshi school ku pona, she escapes. Illanna, she will also come and sit. What to do? What to do? There is nothing to do. Die. How to die? How to die? Do your duty. Do your Nitya Naimittika. It's a command that the Shastra has given to you. It's the command that you have received. Sishya means one who receives the command and act on that command. What is the command that has come to you? Do your Nitya Naimittika karma. Do your Nitya Naimittika karma. Keep doing it. When you keep doing that, in whatever way it has to be done, you learn the dilution of ego. You start experiencing the dilution of ego. And the very experience of the dilution of ego itself is so ennobling, so elevating. How do you know that the ego is diluting? How do you know that ego is diluting? What is the indicator? There is only one indicator. Abundance of energy. Abundance of enthusiasm. That's the indicator that ego is diluted. Yeah, abundance of energy. You will never feel tired. Abdina ego has, because it is ego that is getting fatigued and tired. There is no ego, no tired. That is the indication that you have started to exist as non-ego. What is the indication that you are existing as non-ego? Energy. Utsaha, it's called. It's called? The Sanskrit word for it is Utsaha. Yeah. So abundant, so blissful, so joyful in whatsoever you do. So, Guru Purnima, na innartham Sishyava maranum. Sishyana enna pannum? Sishyana enna pannum? Shraddha irukkanum. All that I will translate in English, Saumitra. You will be wondering, what is this guy talking now? I will explain all that in English also, I will say. Or you learn Tamil easy. It's so easy. You learn Tamil. Deepika, learn Tamil. Rezaji has already joined Tamil class, I know. Because last week he told me, sir, unless I learn Tamil, looks like I can't learn. So, to be a Sishya means, what? Drop the ego, develop Shraddha, trust, Nitya Naimittika karma, இதெல்லாம் தான் வேர்ட்ஸ்ன்றது. The words have been received very well. நீங்க தான் வேர்ட்ஸ் மட்டும் தானே கேட்க சொன்னீங்க. What it is to be a Shishya? Command, follow. Correct. Follow the command. A command comes, you follow. இல்லையா? ரொம்ப சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா சிஷ்யானா சொல் பேச்சு கேட்கணும், அவ்வளவுதான். சொல்றத கேட்டா சிஷ்யா. சொந்தமா யோசிச்சா இல்லையா? சிஷ்யா மீன்ஸ் ஒன் who listens to the command. Student are one who create their own command. இல்லையா? You give one command, they will go and do something on their own. இல்லையா? You say one thing, மனோகர் அவரே ஒன்று பண்ணுவார், because he is a wise man. He will do on his own, he will do. அப்புறம் சார் தான் சொன்னார். He will do something on his own and then he will say, I only said only one thing. In that time I am talking, in that time lunch. Other than that I am not asking for anything. மனோகருக்கு ஒரு பார்ட்னர் நாராயணா. யார் பார்ட்னர்? மனோகருக்கு யார் பார்ட்னர் தெரியுமா? தெரியாதா? மீரா. காம்பினேஷன் என்ன ஐ பியாண்ட் அ பாயிண்ட், ஐ ஜஸ்ட் கிவ் அப். ஐ டோன்ட் ஈவன் நோ வாட்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். எனிதிங் தே கம் அண்ட் சே, கேட்கறதே கிடையாது. ஐ டோன்ட் ஈவன் லிசன் டு எனிதிங். ஐ சிம்பிளி சே ஓகே எஸ், ஓகே எஸ், ஓகே எஸ், ஓகே எஸ். ஏன்னா புரியவே மாட்டேன்றது. அண்ட் எனி அட்டெம்ப்ட் ஐ ட்ரைட், வெங்கட், genuinely I tried. I made an attempt to understand. முடியல. I gave up. சிஷ்யாவா மாறிட்டேன். I converted because to become a Shishya became very easy. So I became a Shishya. What? Come at 9:30. I will come at 9:30. We will give you only black tea. Okay, black tea. They will not ask whether you want black tea or not. Yeah. Black tea will be Shishya na adha artham illaya. Why can't you give me black coffee na? Adu student. I am a Shishya. And I tell you, to be a Shishya is so liberating. To be a Shishya is so liberating it is to be a Shishya. So in Guru Purnima day, we resolve to be the Shishya to the Shastra, not to Manohar. எனக்கு வேற வழி இல்லை. I am stuck. Prarabdha, என்ன சொல்லணும் இல்லையா? It's called Prarabdha, it's called. இல்லையா? It's called Prarabdha, it is. Something. So Shishya, one who listens to the command, one who does as told. Yeah. One who does as told. ரொம்ப புத்தால்தனமா யோசிக்க கூடாது. Yeah. Give a command to Naruk Shekhar and see. Give one command to Naruk. Prasad, correct நான் சொல்றது? Yes or no? Yes or no? Correct. Yes. Give one command to Naruk Shekhar and see. Nothing will. Nothing. Correct. I don't know how you know. Nothing. Become a Shishya. So it means you become a Shishya to everybody in life. It's so free. So Shishya is not to one person. Shishya is to life. So anything and everything you just become a Shishya. It's unnecessary burden. அவங்க burden எடுத்துக்கிறாங்க இல்லையா? When they take the burden upon themselves, why do you want to worry? Simply relax. With this I conclude. Ramatirtha gives a beautiful example of the man in the train who sits with the luggage on his head. He gives an example of the man who sits in the train with the luggage on his head. So the person next to him asked, why don't you leave the luggage down? கீழே வைக்கலாம்ல அது. No, I don't want to burden the train. As it is, the train is burdened. Yeah. I know you are very busy, sir. I don't want to trouble you. Preface la? Simply say what it's over. No, you are very busy. We don't want to trouble you. Then why? Vandale trouble dana, isn't it? This is how ego, this is the way of the ego. To be a Shishya is to live life free. Because it's not that the trust is not towards a person. The trust is towards the totality. Remember that. Shishya means one who trusts the totality. Each and everything. That is Shishya. We have misunderstood. Trust means in relation to it's not trust in relation to a source. Yeah. You go to the doctor, you will be a Shishya. Yeah, you go to the doctor, you will be a Shishya. Kelve varadu. Prescription kudukrara vaangina. You go to the doctor, you will be a Shishya. You go to the accountant, you will be a Shishya. Somebody is driving, you become a Shishya. Illanna, Rajini drive panna, how can you sit? Yeah. Her own children is not sitting. And she will tell me, sir, I am driving you, sir. Pinadi pata, her own children saying, no, you drive, we will not come. I am sitting. Unless you be a Shishya. So, just learn to be a Shishya too. Shishya, don't misunderstand. Shishya is not towards a particular person. It's not that. It's towards the totality. God. You can call it God. You can call it totality. Because each and every Nama Rupa that you are encountering is God. What are you encountering? Each and every Nama Rupa that you are encountering is God. You trust. But in case if I get cheated, in case if I get exploited, who's cheating you? Who's cheating you? God is cheating you. Who's exploiting you? God is exploiting you. Where is the problem? You will never have a problem because God has become the central point in your life. When God becomes the central point in your life, you become a Shishya, and that Shishya means trusting everything. But we have a tremendous misunderstanding. At least in this Guru Purnima, remember this. Trust is not towards one. The one becomes symbolic of that. The one is symbolic, but it is not limited to that one. It is towards the entire creation, because we are mature enough to see Vishwarupa everywhere. We see Vishwarupa everywhere, na? We see God everywhere. Isn't it? We see God everywhere. Therefore, what are you surrendering to? God. Some God will bless you. Some God will Some God will bless you. Some God on the kalavari viduvanga. Some God will pull your feet. You are thankful to both. That's why we say thank you. Gratitude to the totality. So finally, Guru Purnima ends with paying gratitude. Paying gratitude. And what does gratitude means? Trusting is the gratitude. And trust means the command is given and a command is given, just obey. Seriya? Thank you.